What's up, everybody? I'm here with a new series to cover some special interactions in Marvel Snap that you need to know if you don't want to get robbed of 8 cubes because you didn't know how a card or a certain location worked. So I'm going to make this part 1. I'm going to do at least a couple of them, try and just find some different interactions that I see people miss. You see a lot of Reddit posts about people asking, why didn't this card do this? Why did this location do that? And hopefully I can help to clarify some of those questions. I am very active on the Marvel Snap subreddit, and a big thank you to the Redditors, and specifically Reddit user Masta_Nightshade, who gave me the idea to do a video covering some special interactions. So let's get into it. So the first interaction I wanted to share is how Attuma works with cards like Invisible Woman and Dark Dimension. Now, this can apply to more cards than just Attuma. You can hide certain ongoing abilities or effects with these locations or Invisible Woman's effect, but Attuma is just a prime example of it. And for anyone who doesn't know, Attuma's ability is that at the end of your turn, if he is not the only card at your location, he will destroy himself. But as you can see here, my little mock Marvel Snap board setup got going on. Attuma can make it to the end of the game with other cards at his location. Okay, so of course you can use a card like Armor to just stop Attuma from destroying himself. But if he's hidden behind Invisible Woman or Dark Dimension, he won't reveal until the end of the game. And at that point, it's past the end of your turn. Okay, so your turn 6 ends. All your cards, do their reveal and everything. And then Invisible Woman showing the cards she was hiding, or Dark Dimension showing the cards it was hiding, reveal after that point. So Attuma won't actually destroy himself. Okay, you can hide him behind Invisible Woman or drop him in Dark Dimension if you're lucky enough to have that location when you're running to Attuma, and he'll live. Okay, same thing with Ebony Maw here. Ebony Maw's effect is an ongoing, but you can hide him behind a card like Invisible Woman, so you can keep playing cards on Maw's lane. Okay, it's a very helpful interaction to know that you can just negate their effects by waiting to reveal them until the end of the game with a card like Invisible Woman. Alright, the second interaction that you 100% should know before you join the many people who have gone and posted on the subreddit asking, why didn't Captain Marvel move? I put 4 of them on Bar Sinister. Well, multiple Captain Marvels do not coordinate with each other. They only account for their own power, and they just check on if they themselves can win the game or not. They will not team up. So we've got an example here where we're just about to end turn 6, and you've got 4 Captain Marvels on the left lane, giving you 24 power. Your opponent has 8 power in the middle and 9 power on the right lane. Now, if these Captain Marvels could coordinate, like some people think they do when they're first starting to play her, they think, okay, great, 2 of the Captain Marvels are going to move to the middle of the right lane to add a combined 12 points, and I'm just going to win the game. But, in fact, they will not do that. They will not move anywhere, okay? They will each individually check, can I win the game by adding my 6 power to your different lane? And the answer is no. Okay, the first Captain Marvel will say, will adding 6 power to the middle lane win the game? Nope. What about the right lane? Nope. Okay, I'm not going to move. The second Captain Marvel is going to do the same check. The third and the fourth, likewise. So they will not move at all. They do not coordinate or account for the other Captain Marvels moving. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to know how Captain Marvel moves if you are running Captain Marvel. And there's more interactions in this, but this is just the most common one. So I wanted to cover it in this video so you don't look like a fool out there. All right, interaction number 3 that some people don't know just because it's kind of hard to come by. It involves the location Luke's Bar, okay, which you don't see too much, and you kind of need to have the right cards to play around it or the right situation. So I'm going to show Moon Girl in this example, but essentially you can get a card to stick on Luke's Bar, playing it from your hand as long as your hand is full after you play that card there. Okay, so Moon Girl is a great example since she'll double up your hand and often fill it. You can use a card like Sentinel as well. But if you see here, we've got this turn where we don't have anything on the board. We've got 5 cards in hand, one of them being Moon Girl. We're going to go ahead and play Moon Girl on Luke's bar. And when we do that, she will on reveal to increase your hand size to 7. Okay, so she's going to double 3 of those cards. She couldn't double up Lizard in this example because your hand is full. And now Luke's bar is going to check to see if he can send Moon Girl back to hand, and he cannot because your hand is full. Okay, the on-reveal ability of Moon Girl happens before Luke's bar attempts to send her back in. So she'll just stay there. You'll just have that 4 power sticking to Luke's bar, and your opponent may not be able to stick anything there. Okay, if they can't add a card in through a different effect. So this can be very powerful. Again, this is a pretty kind of rare niche interaction, but knowing it can win you an important game and hopefully a big cube game. Okay, and on to the 4th and final interaction of today's video. That's right, we're going through it quick. No time to waste here. I want to talk about Mysterio and his clones. Now, his clones are actually very unique in that they count as cards played, okay, not cards added. So when you have a card like Squirrel Girl or Doctor Doom, when they're adding new cards to the board, those cards are added and treated very differently from the original that you're putting down. Okay, the squirrels are added differently than the Squirrel Girl you're playing from your hand. With Mysterio, his clones are played just as he is. Okay, so we can get into an example and show off why this works so well with Bishop and why he's so common paired up with Bishop in the popular Sarah control deck. Okay, so we've got this situation here where we've got Bishop on the board. It's turn 3. We're looking to power up our Bishop. And come turn 4, we're going to look to play a Squirrel Girl and Mysterio from our hand. And let's see what that looks like. So if we play Squirrel Girl on the left, she will add 1 squirrel to the middle location and 1 squirrel to the right location. Okay, now these cards are just added to the board. They are not played. So Squirrel Girl herself will cause Bishop to power up by 1, okay, because you played 1 card with Squirrel Girl. And one of the squirrels was able to get into the Crimson Cosmos location because although it's a cost 1 card, you didn't play it there, okay? And Crimson Cosmos says cards that cost 1, 2, or 3 can't be played here, okay? But you added the squirrel there, so it was all good. But with Mysterio, if we played him on the left lane, he's actually only going to add 1 clone, and that will be added to the right lane. Now, Mysterio is a 2-cost card, and you can't play a 2-cost card on Crimson Cosmos, so a Mysterio clone will not get added to the middle, okay, because Mysterio clones are played, not added. It's a unique interaction, and part of that is to do with it being obvious if it was a clone. Okay, if a Mysterio clone got added to the middle there, it would be obvious that that is not the original. Your opponent would know it's a clone, and so the card just does not work that way. But because it counts as played, this Mysterio you played on the left and its clone that got added to the right would each add 1 power to your Bishop. Okay, so your Bishop would get powered up by 2 from you playing Mysterio. Total this turn, Bishop would get +3. So it is important to know Mysterio and his clones' interactions. You don't want to have a case where you're playing him down thinking you're adding 3 power to your Bishop. You know, you're getting the original and the 2 clones, and you end up with just 1 or 2 Mysterios. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for part 2 to the special interaction series. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time.